Okay. You see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. One minute. Just give me 1 minute, please. Sorry, guys. Parcel was at my place. Okay. So today what we are gonna see, like already we completed introduction and induction sessions. Main topic for today is gonna be ServiceNow architecture. So it's gonna be more theoretical or get to know about ServiceNow kind of session where what exactly goes behind the scene when you guys are using ServiceNow and how the ServiceNow looks like in the backend. Then we are going to quickly walk you through which all are the applications available as part of the ServiceNow platform. A few of them we are going to learn as part of the platform as well as like this particular ServiceNow training. And then lastly, we have a few question and answers. This we already know. Yesterday, I did explain what exactly ServiceNow is. So just for recap, ServiceNow is application platform as a service where you will be able to create your own applications and as per your business requirements. And platform as a service is nothing but you can use ServiceNow as is, whatever the ServiceNow provides to you. So it fulfill the purpose of both PaaS as well as SaaS. So platform as a service and software as a service. So it's a combination of both. In addition to that, you can create applications on top of the ServiceNow platform. At very high level, yesterday we saw few of the attributes of this particular architecture. So you will be aware of like IT workflows, employee workflows, and customer workflows. But main basically ServiceNow architecture based on three critical components. One, we can say the Now platform, which we are going to learn throughout this course of training. Then we have non-stop cloud. Why they call it as a non-stop cloud, we are going to see it in upcoming slides. And then cloud services. So cloud services is the one where we are going to see different applications available on ServiceNow platform. Those who joined today only, I'll quickly explain what exactly this flow means. To run any of the organization's operations smoothly, we need different kind of platforms and applications to run on those platforms. So basically in ServiceNow, those are categorized in different verticals. So IT workflows means all the applications which requires to run your IT operations smoothly, which includes your infrastructure related applications, then IT support and all other things. Next one is employee workflows. So all the employee related stuff like HR related and all other stuff, if you need some kind of applications to run that particular operation smoothly, then you have those applications as part of the employee workflows vertical. Next one is customer workflows. Let's say if you are an organization where you are dealing directly with your consumers and customers outside of the organization, in that case, the applications used by the customer and consumer will also come under come on ServiceNow's platform, which comes under customer workflow vertical. Okay, and we are going to learn more about the Now platform throughout these 2 months of span. Okay? And what ServiceNow makes like how ServiceNow is standing uniquely in the market is because the ServiceNow single data model. Now, what does single data model means? So as part of the ServiceNow's platform, whatever kind of data or a functionality or a features we are going to build, that can easily be used by any of the other departments within the organization. So any of the organization basically will have these all the departments like IT, HR, facilities, accounting, sales and marketing, R&D, purchasing, customer service. Now, based on your organization's domain, but if you have a specific data at one place, and if all your applications from the different departments can utilize that data, then we can say that particular platform is efficient for your data consumption or data efficiency. That's what ServiceNow provides us. So whatever the data available in your organization, you will be storing it at one place and you're utilizing it at multiple places. That's a single data model. You can build few of the workflows or any of the automation logic at once, and you can utilize that in many a place. That's a single data model. When we have actually walkthrough sessions or like practical sessions within the instance, you will understand this in a better way. Just for example, I'm taking this slide. Yesterday, we were looking at one slide where the Now platform is connected with lot many applications via integration. So what does that exactly look like? Like how ServiceNow is integrated with different system. So this is an example of one of the organization where they connected multiple applications with the ServiceNow. If you see here, ServiceNow is connected with SAP, then it's connected with AWS, then Kera. Same ServiceNow is connected with Microsoft for any specific operation related needs. Okay, so it's connected with Genesis, then 3C Logics. Like when we have service desk and all, normally we connect with Genesis or any kind of like telephony related applications. Okay, so this is how we'll be able to integrate multiple applications or any of the in-house or a cloud-based application within your organization with ServiceNow to run the operations smoothly. See, I was working on one of the project long back, and we connected almost 11 platforms together. Rather, we replaced those platforms, and we're just using ServiceNow for all those processes. And the result of that was, so when we started using Now platform, ServiceNow, that particular, we can say, engagement, we're managing 120K service activities monthly. So earlier, those activities were happening in different applications. For example, HR related activities were happening in Success Factor. Then sales related activities were happening in Salesforce. So all those activities, they have combined, integrated closely within the ServiceNow, and they reduced platforms from 11 to 1, which is one ServiceNow. And that's the reason we call ServiceNow platform of platform or workflow of workflows. So it's beyond our imagination how we are going to integrate those platforms together within the ServiceNow. Next, the basic architecture which ServiceNow laid down is, it is multi-instance. So those who are already working in any of the organization, you might be aware of different instances they call. When you say multi-instance within the ServiceNow is, like we'll be having development instance where developers actually do the coding, build their applications and all. We'll have the test environment or the staging environment where we push that particular development or whatever things we are building for the testing purpose, and then we send it to the production for actual usage. So ServiceNow gives those kind of environment within the platform itself. Like their architecture itself provides us multi-instance strategy. Second, it is secure. When I say secure, it's a cloud-based, but all the kind of security norms will be followed by ServiceNow. They are compliant with all the authorities. Whatever we can say, like regulatory bodies are asking them to certify with, they are certified. They are compliant. Next, the important thing is scalability. So when we say scalability, ServiceNow is a platform where most of the things based on plugins, or you can say add-ons. Most of the people knows add-ons as like whatever you are purchasing today. If tomorrow you want something else on top of what you have already purchased, ServiceNow offers that kind of facility. So let's say today organization is small, we just want to use ServiceNow for IT operations. Tomorrow the organization size increased and we wanted to use ServiceNow for other operations as well, like customer service, field service, or employee related activities. Then we can easily scale it by purchasing the subscription for those other applications. We don't need to purchase any other platform, or we don't need to do anything else within the same platform, so that the benefit is your employees, your users are already familiar with the platform. So they just we are enabling them for one more feature within the platform itself. So they will not be gonna have any kind of impact continue using that platform. Second, it is non-stop. And why we call it non-stop, I'm going to explain it in upcoming slides. So their data centers, their cloud architecture is designed in such a way that they claim it's non-stop cloud. Okay. And I was talking about the multi-instance architecture, like we'll be having different environments available within the ServiceNow. So how ServiceNow design that particular architecture? So we'll be having one hardware layer within the data center. And if you can see the database, middleware, and application, these three layers are divided in a different segments. So if you can say for your organization, the hardware is going to be the same hardware. And within the same hardware, your all other instances are installed. So you are going to do development on top of the same hardware where it has been installed. Your UAT or a staging environment will also be available in the same hardware. Your production instance or the production environment is also available in the same hardware or on the same hardware. This is what the multi-instance architecture. And why this is beneficial and how this helps us, because hardware is same, but the other layers are different. So for example, we are having some kind of activities we are performing at one particular environment, let's say, which is dev instance. So it's not going to impact your any other applications at all, because those are completely segregated. Only the hardware is same. And second question comes is, when hardware will have some kind of upgrade, then what will happen? Like, do we have downtime or not? So in that case, we will be having downtime, but ServiceNow's data structures are designed in such a way that when they will have any kind of hardware upgrade at one particular data center, they will migrate your complete access to the second data center, which is the backup one, and you will not gonna feel any kind of downtime or like service interruptions at your end or at customer's end. That's what the multi-instance architecture benefits all the organizations. And if you can see, this is at very high level, the support centers and data centers available with ServiceNow. ServiceNow works in a peer data center architecture way, where let's take an example of Japan. So we'll be having two data centers available within the Japan. So one is primary one, second one is a backup one. So whenever any kind of maintenance is going on in one particular data center, so you will be redirected to the second one. And when you are subscribing for the ServiceNow, when you are contracting with them, you will be having the opportunity to choose data center where you want your data residing to be. So for example, we are purchasing the subscription of ServiceNow in India, but your organization demands that your data should be in US only. So you can definitely go ahead and purchase the instance in US, but you can implement it in India as well. So there is no restrictions as such, and it always works in a pair. And if you can see these red triangles, right? Those red triangles are the support centers. So when you guys are gonna work in ServiceNow, so as a developer, there might be few of the issues where platform limitations comes in picture. So at that point in time, your business demands that, okay, we need this particular functionality. But when you are going to do your analysis, you identified that, oh, platform is not capable of handling these things. In that case, you will be able to go to the ServiceNow by raising a case for support. And these are the different support centers available. We have one in India, in Hyderabad. That's the reason you can see this red triangle here. So you can create a case and the support engineers will get in connect with you based on your organizations contract, what kind of contract you have with ServiceNow for the support, whether it's quick support and all those kind of stuff, and then they will support you. If it is possible, they will provide you the solution. Otherwise, they will ask you to submit an idea or a request so that they will come up with that feature and functionality in future releases within the ServiceNow platform. Till now, anyone is having any questions?
So Yogesh, whenever we purchase any instance, so is there
Mhm.
any facility means we can select a data center, or it's a nearby they will provide?
How it happens is it based on the customer requirements. Let's say, for example, when we are purchasing service now, and you have multiple subsidiaries as part of your organization, then normally your organization choose the data center based on your headquarter. Let's say your company headquarter is running from US, so they'll make sure that I should purchase instance in US itself, because in future it will be beneficial for them. But at the time of purchasing, you can discuss with them. If you have already choices which data center, which country you want your data to be, then yes, definitely, and they will redirect you to that particular sales team for the discussion.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. This is how the physically the multi-instance architecture looks like. We were talking in the previous slide about the data center pairs, right? So this is how it looks like. Let's say this is data center 1, this is data center 2. If your instance or your application, instance is nothing but the ServiceNow application which you guys are going to use as a end user. Okay, so I'm going to pronounce it multiple times, so make sure that instance is nothing but the application which you are going to use or you are going to develop on that particular platform. So if let's say customer 1, customer 2, customer 3 are there, they are using these instances, you can see the same replica of those instances are available in data center 2. They are having the app nodes and they are having the databases, and those same replicas are available here. So if you can see, there is an arrow. This arrow syncs between data center 1 and data center 2. This is how the physically multi-instance architecture is. And they call it as a AHA, which is high availability architecture, and less than 7 minutes will not be considered as downtime in terms of ServiceNow's contract. So let's say if because of any of the critical instances happening, if your instance or application is down more than 7 minutes, that will be considered as a downtime. If it is well within 7 minutes, will not consider it as a downtime. And they'll make sure that your instance or application is up well within the 7 minutes if any kind of critical issues happens. If it is more than that, then definitely we can connect with them and then discuss on those whatever the contract terms are. So this is how it looks like. How the sync happens is your ServiceNow customers, you are using application here. Now your application is provisioned, your instance is provisioned from data center 1, and you are having these app nodes. This is where you are accessing your application from, and your data is going to be stored in this particular database. At the same time, within the same data center, you will be having one backup database here within the same data center. It means the data center from which you are accessing your application will have two databases for your service now. At the same time, whatever things you are doing here, those will be replicated in data center 2. And if something happens at data center 1, within 7 minutes, you will be transferred to data center. Sorry, you will be transferred to data center 2, and your application is up and running. User is not going to feel any downtime or something has been changed. This is how the high availability architecture looks like. Okay. Any questions?
Hi Yogesh, could you repeat this one again?
Okay, so let's take example of any of the customer or any of the company. They're accessing their ServiceNow application from data center 1, which is resided in, let's say, in India, Mumbai. We have second data center which is in Hyderabad. So let's take an example where because of any natural calamities or anything, something happened at data center one and your data center one is not functioning. Some kind of technical issues are there. In that case, they will transfer all your application access to the data center two. User will not be gonna feel anything in that change. Those changes will happen at ServiceNow level. And that particular architecture, they call it as a AHA, which is Advanced High Availability Architecture. Second thing, how the data sync happen between these two data centers. So if let's say today, when we are accessing ServiceNow, your instance or application is provisioned from Mumbai data center. In the Mumbai data center, your live data is getting updated in your database as well as your backup database. At the same time, the sync happens in other data center also. So whenever data entries are happening in the database at data center Mumbai, those will be replicated in database in data center Hyderabad as well. And each and every change, it's not only at database level. Let's say, for example, you are developing one of the feature and you are halfway through developing that application on ServiceNow platform. And you are developing, let's say, one UI application where you are designing pages or something, and halfway through something happened at data center one. In that case, whatever activities happening at that particular application node, all will be synced in data center two in real time in the background by ServiceNow. And when the data center one goes down, within 7 minutes, your access will be restored at data center two, and you will easily be able to restart your work wherever you left. That's how this architecture works.
Oh,
Thank you, Yogesh.
thank
Someone was having question?
Yeah. By
Mhm.
any chance, if the downtime is increased by more than 7 minutes, then what will be the business impact or customer
Yeah.
impact?
See, that's how your contract terms will be defined. So when you are actually purchasing any of the application from any of the company, you will be having contract made with them. So in the contract, those repercussions will be defined. Let's say you are a banking business and one of your key application goes down, then it will be huge impact to the bank because transactions will be stopped, so many other activities will be stopped. So in that case, the organization will make those kind of contract or the penalty notes with the organization, so that they need to what you can say, either pay the penalty or whatever their SLAs and all of those stuff. Normally it happens that kind of issues, they would be having defined categories for the issues. If let's say database level issues are there, or let's say data center level issues are there, or application level issues are there, then second category will be how many customers impact because of that particular issue. If only one customer is impacted, because ServiceNow is having like lakhs and lakhs of customers purchase their ServiceNow application. So if one or two customers are impacted, so they won't care about it, okay, because they will be having one-on-one discussions with them. But the actual issue occurs at ServiceNow end when multiple customers are impacted because of any of the issue. So I can recall one incident where like two years ago or like 1.5 years ago, one security incident happened at ServiceNow level where everyone might be aware of the knowledge articles. So within the ServiceNow, we store knowledge articles, procedures, and all those stuff in a knowledge base. So that knowledge base was exposed to the hackers. So they were accessing the data by using one of the loopholes which is available within the ServiceNow platform. And because of that, each and every customer got impacted. So it was not the accessibility issue, platform was available, but they took the action within 4 hours where they deployed all the security measures, and that particular data loss has been blocked or the data breach has been blocked. But yeah, potentially sometimes these kind of things happens in any of the application if somewhere some kind of loopholes are there in the development at their end.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Okay, any other questions? Because this is important, okay? Sometimes in the interview, interviewer might ask not directly to check your knowledge, but just to check what kind of depth you are having with respect to the ServiceNow platform. Okay. Next one is like, this is the SaaS based platform. So we don't have any kind of authority how we take the backups and all those stuff. That will define by ServiceNow itself. So what is the default policies ServiceNow uses for the backups? So they take 4 weekly full backups. What does it mean? So within a week, 4 times they take the full backup, whatever available in your instances or the applications. Then 6 days of daily differential backups, and 6 days they take the differential backup. What is differential backup means? Let's say Monday we are having a full backup, and the next full backup is going to happen on Wednesday. So Tuesday they will take backup only of the data or whatever the activities happened from last backup till Tuesday morning. That's the differential backup. And why the differential backup required? Because let's say Tuesday evening, if we are having any issue and we need to restore the complete application, then what we need to do is we need to restore the full backup from Monday morning and the differential backup from Tuesday morning, so that our data will be completely restored. So this is the policy. Sometimes based on the business need, customers ask ServiceNow to take on-demand backup, but sometimes they listen to customers' query if it is very much critical for the business, and they take the on-demand backup. Otherwise, if something goes wrong, they're having some techniques available at ServiceNow. They regenerate the data by using their Splunk logs, and then they restore your applications. But most of the times customer demands on demand, so they listen to it. But this is the standard policy of the ServiceNow backup. Okay. Any questions? Okay. The next one is like common user interfaces. How we access ServiceNow. So basically, we have ServiceNow UI available. When you guys will start developing it on Monday, you will be able to see it. So we can access ServiceNow from laptop or a PC. When you guys are starting development, you will be only be able to do that activity in laptop only. In tabs and mobile, the writing scripts and doing any kind of configuration is not available. Mostly other two attributes like tab and the mobile is available for the end users to complete their activities when they get some kind of email notifications from ServiceNow. They get some approval requests so that they can approve on the go. So for that activity, we can use tab and mobile, but for a development purpose, we should use laptop only. So these are the 3 common user interfaces available. This is one thing like the ServiceNow makes a difference here. Within the big organizations like MNCs, they provide supports to many customers, but in a market, few of the customers are available or companies are available. They can't purchase their individual service now because it's very costly. So they goes to these companies and they say, okay, we want to use ServiceNow, but we don't have that much purchasing power available with us. So we want just subscribe to your ServiceNow and use it. So in that case, this global domain and a domain A, domain B functionality comes in picture, where global domain means the company who is owning the ServiceNow, they will be having their users here, those who are going to provide supports to the customer. And domain A and domain B are nothing but a different companies, and their data, their processes, their tasks are separate. Means the global domain people, where the company owning the ServiceNow, they can see data of both the companies, domain A and domain B. But domain A customer will not have any kind of visibility to domain B's data. Same for domain B's users or customers, they don't have any kind of access to see domain B's data. So at domain A and domain B level, they can see, oh, they are having their own individual ServiceNow applications. But at global domain level, they can see, okay, it's my own ServiceNow, but multiple companies or multiple customers are using it. This is one process where ServiceNow makes difference, where big MNC companies provide support or support related projects, onboarding, multiple customers within the same ServiceNow application. So one time they pay the platform cost, they build up the platform, and then they use it for multiple customers by charging whatever amount of money they wanted to. This is the high portal support, service support portal. I was talking about whenever you have any kind of issue at platform level. Let's say it's a platform limitations or like something is not working within the platform. In that case, you guys can come here. You'll be getting access to raise the case here, or you will be able to see the known errors or any knowledge articles which has been published by ServiceNow officially. To resolve those issues, their procedures will be available here. If you are not able to get help from those articles, blogs and all, then you can raise the case so that their representative can help you to resolve your issues. So whenever you are subscribing to ServiceNow application or you are purchasing the application, only then you will be able to get access to this portal. So in course of training, we are going to use free personal developer instance, so will not be have any kind of access to this portal. So this portal is basically for the organizations, those who are purchasing the licenses for the ServiceNow application. Okay. Okay, next one is yesterday I was talking about ServiceNow is having multiple applications available within the ServiceNow. So I will just put few of the screens here. We are having, I'll quickly go one by one so that I'm not going to deep into it. So we are having IT service management. So this is used to like run smoothly all our IT operations, you can say. So it's IT service management, IT operations management. Then we are having IT asset management. So these all comes under IT workflows. Then we are having HR service delivery, then workplace service delivery. Those kind of applications comes under employee workflows. Then we have customer service management, we have field service management. Those kind of applications comes under customer workflows. Okay. So in our trainings, we are going to start with IT service management. Then we are going to see all platform related features, how we can develop those. Then we are going to see App Engine, how we can quickly build applications by using App Engine Studio. We are going to see the integrated risk management as well as third-party risk management. If time permits, a few of other trainers might take few more applications so that when you complete 2 months of training, you will be standing differently in the crowd in the market for your job hunting. Okay. So IRM is the one which is currently in demand. So we are choosing the IRM and TPRM in addition with ITSM and other platform related development activities. If once the platform related course completes, you guys will be able to take any other applications also. If you're having time, yes, you can definitely choose any other and start learning it. It's gonna build your resume. It's gonna build your portfolio. So, but in a class, you can expect 3 to 4 modules we are gonna complete, and then we are gonna go into the market for the job hunting. This is where the ServiceNow applications are available. This many, like almost like 50 applications are available. If you are partner of a ServiceNow, ServiceNow allows us to publish the partner applications or the apps on their app store. So ServiceNow is having their own application store where you as a partner building the capabilities within the ServiceNow platform on top of what ServiceNow gives you as a baseline. And that can be listed here on partners store portal. And those might be free, or you can charge it for the customer if they want to use your application from the store. So if you can see here, few of them are free. I've just taken one random screenshot. Few of them are free, and you can see few of them are paid. So this is ANSA Jira integration framework. So normally when we do the integration, we need to do coding at both the ends, or we need to do the configuration at both the end at Jira as well as ServiceNow. But this particular store app or the application gives you that kind of flexibility where all the things are already built in the backend. You just need to give your user ID passwords, those who are going to be communicate between those two applications. and your integration is ready. You can start communicating between Jira and ServiceNow. Same like few of you, those who are already working in organization, you might would have heard about the SolarWind. So SolarWind is a monitoring tool. It monitors all your infrastructure where like uh, CPUs, memories, and all other stuff, or your servers and all. If something goes beyond threshold, it triggers an alert, and that alert creates issues or incidents. If it is Jira, it creates issue. If it is ServiceNow, it creates incident, and then that particular team takes a look at what exactly going wrong within that particular environment. So these integrations are freely available within the ServiceNow store. Few more are there which is paid one. A few of them are like based on the terms and conditions, they charge you the money. But yeah, if you land at such place where they're working closely with ServiceNow, you might get chance to work on any of these custom applications, and you can list it down on the store. Any questions?
You guys, just one question.
Mhm.
So when you say like once the licensing is purchased from ServiceNow side, what are the
Mhm.
basic things we get? I mean, the number of tables or basic things that we can expect from ServiceNow side. I mean, when as you said, not everything is free. Once you get
Mhm.
a basic license, then you have to purchase different applications or different things. So just wanted
Mhm.
to understand what are the basic things we get when you purchase a license.
Okay. So when you are purchasing ServiceNow or a ServiceNow license, it means that you have already decided you wanted to use ServiceNow some application for your business operations. So you might would have decided, okay, we wanted to start using IT service management for your business. So you have that in mind, okay, IT service management. Or let's say if you are a company of uh, stature where you're, where it is. Yeah. So if you are a company, let's take example of Dell. In that case, you are shipping multiple laptops to the customer or a consumer. It means your customer base is need to be like your operations, right? So in that case, you might go with the customer service management or a field service management. So you need to predefinedly we need to you need to define your own which particular applications you need to purchase, and then you need to go with the ServiceNow. It should not be the case you are purchasing ServiceNow first and then you are deciding, okay, what I need to use within the ServiceNow, because ServiceNow gives you all those 50 applications. Once you decide, okay, I'm gonna purchase IT service management, that's where the cost comes in picture. So ServiceNow works in such a way that where they are having a separate platform cost and they are having a separate license cost. So it isn't the case that like Jira, how Jira functions is once you are purchasing the license, platform is free. They just charge you how many users are using that particular application. But in ServiceNow's case, you need to pay separate a platform cost, which will be somewhere 5 to 6 crore per year, or maybe more than that. Current exact amount I'm not aware of. And second thing is within the application, you need to pay the licensing cost. Now those licensing also different. What kind of access you will get? Sometimes you are just approving few of the request. You are an approver. Your license cost is a bit less than the agent who are working actually on those activities to fulfill. So you'll be having category of different licenses. ServiceNow come up with two different licenses also. One is operate, one is a light operate. Means operator will have higher authority within the application. Light operator will have few less permissions within the ServiceNow application to do activities. So multiple factors are there to decide how they charge and what they charge.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Yogesh. Actually, in our company, we use Splunk as a monitoring purpose.
Mhm.
So, how does ServiceNow is related to Splunk? I mean, how it integrated?
Okay, so you use Splunk only for monitoring, or like you resolve your alerts, or like you suppress your
Yeah,
alerts?
we get alerts while using Splunk, and And also we resolve the issues with the help of Splunk.
No, then where those issues are created, you use Jira or you use ServiceNow?
No, I'm not aware about that, but we
Okay, when
use Splunk.
see in any of the organization, okay, you are just monitoring Splunk, right?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
get alerts and we get incident alert and we resolve that alert.
Okay, it
That's
means you
what
are
we-
using ServiceNow. When you say you get incident alert rate, it
Yeah.
means because when you get issue alert, normally the terminology in Jira for any of the what you can say, the issue or any obstruction within the service is nothing but issue, but within ServiceNow we call it as incident. So in the backend, they might be using one of the application like this from the partner, like Alert Ops or like SolarWinds Alert integration, or there are other ways by using the APIs also. We can integrate Splunk ServiceNow, and you will get those alerts or incidents created from those alerts within the ServiceNow. Uh, you will not be able to get those details very quickly because there are so many things or so many things layered down doing integration between Splunk and ServiceNow. Because let's say within Splunk you are getting 100 alerts, you want only one incident to be created for those similar alerts. So in between, either you have one of the suppression tool which suppress all those alerts and create one incident, and you once you resolve that one incident, all your alerts goes away within the Splunk. So you have multiple options to integrate these two. So when we go within the class on integration related topics, right, we'll be able
Yeah.
to see that. We are having few of the use cases built for you guys. We are going to integrate few more platforms within the service now. You'll be able to understand it there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. If no questions, let me stop the recording first so that we can discuss.